Now, what do you think when you hear puppet musical?
And we're not talking hand puppets here. Robby McGhee created a show, and he joins us along with Mary Kelly and Bruno, who you just met with Sandy, one of the puppets that stars in the show, The Burden of Being. Welcome to the Morning Blend, both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks. This is exciting. Yeah, I always think that people who have not seen something like an Avenue Q or a show like this that takes puppets, makes them sort of this star of the show, is truly missing out. How did you come up with the idea to put this show together?
Well, an opportunity presented itself at the Alchemist Theatre in Bayview. There was a spot filled on the calendar, and I've always had a story that I wanted to tell. So I was able to improvise the dialogue that finally became a script over a year's worth of work. Found some great actors to perform that were willing to take the challenge of trying puppeteering, and got some puppets made. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
When you say you had a story to tell, when you thought of this story, how many years ago?
Well, I've always wanted to write a musical. This is a crazy dream come true for me. So I took from my own life experiences, told the story of something that I've always wanted to share with everyone, something that I've gone through within the relationships in my life, and that is shown through puppetry.
But you always wanted to do it with puppets as well, or did that kind of evolve when you went, you know, how can I tell this story best?
That was just a crazy idea of mine. I've always loved puppets. I think that they're fun. Sesame Street growing up, the ability for them to do things that we can't do as human performers, but I also really wanted to challenge my friends that are actors, you know, give them an opportunity to shine.
And truly be creative.
Yeah. So the show, The Burden of Being, do you think at the heart of it, is it about love? Is it about relationships?
It's about overcoming loneliness and appreciating yourself.
I love that theme. That's great. You're both local. People who have not watched a puppet, theater like this, I think at first when you're approached with it and you think, oh, I'm never going to be able to get out of my mind and just see it for the puppets. But what's amazing about theater like this is eventually you almost don't see the actors with the puppets. You really just see the puppets. What do you think how is that achieved?
I think that the audience sees what we want them to see. You know, that's the beauty of the art of theater. There's something about the way we arrange ourselves on stage and what we ask from the audience. Every performer asks something different, and audiences always respond. It's a beautiful relationship.
Bruno, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think of the music?
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. It's deep in my heart. I mean, I'm an old man, but I've been listening to music for a lot of years. Robby did a good job.
Do you get to sing, Bruno?
I do. I got my own solo. Don't miss it.
What kind of music do you like?
Oh, grunge rock. You know, we're in the 90s, so it's my favorite.
And you dumpster dive a little bit, so I would think that sort of dirtier sound would be good for you. So, Robby, as writing a musical, do you play an instrument? Have you always had little songs, bouncing around in your head? How does that come about?
Well, I played trombone for a year in 5th grade.
Fantastic!
But other than that, I've been an actor in Milwaukee for 7 years, mostly musical theater. I just did Les Mis in Greendale, and that was fun. But I've always, I've done so many shows that I wanted to write something of my own, something I could hold on to.
So how do you describe the music in this show? Is it this grunge rock? Or?
It is 90s.
Yeah?
It's very 90s. It's so cool. Colleen Schmidt, who did a lot of the composing, she used Mary J. Blige as an inspiration, just in beautiful music. Nirvana. Hearing her talk about it is amazing.
This is premiered here, the worldwide premiere in Milwaukee, but it's something that you think might catch on.
I do. We have a bright future, and everyone that leaves the theater is excited for the future of the show. And it's so exciting for people that come to see where this show starts at the Alchemist Theatre. So for people to see it the very first time with fresh eyes, and knowing that the future is going to go places, it's such an incredible experience for me.
It is.
So now that you've written one musical and you're excited for it and hoping to see it go even worldwide after its run here through August 31st at the Alchemist Theatre, what other creative projects do you have brewing in your head? More musicals?
Yeah, I have all the tools to create wonderful music in musical theater. I don't know why I would stop.
And
so
the talent here as well. I mean, when you talk about 3 workshops.
Filled with great talented people.
And the puppets. Will you keep Bruno as one of your stars?
I'm looking into making the show more kid appropriate and introducing it into schools.
Okay.
Because it's a story for them to hear too. It's just a little racy for kids.
All right.
So, but it's great for the adults to get out of the house and come see a show.
And you work with Comedy Sports, which does a lot of in-school stuff and workshops for adults as well. So I think it's great. You've got to go see it. It's here in Milwaukee. This is where you can see it now before it blows up. And it's all over the world. Here it is, The Burden of Being at the Alchemist Theatre, thealchemisttheatre.com. This is running through August 31st at 7:30 at the Alchemist Theatre in Bayview. That's where you got to head to see it. Learn a little bit more about puppetry. If you haven't experienced it before, it's fantastic. Love it. Can't wait to see it, you guys. Thanks for being here, Bruno. You're pretty cool. I like you. High five. Thanks.
You're beautiful.
I love it. Thanks, you guys.
Fine.
so
He was
much.
working with me before.
I know.
I knew this was
like
going to
it's
happen.
bad.
This is rounds.
It took me one to sit next to you on purpose.
I know. I was like, Bruno.